Hello and welcome back to part two of Strahd Daddy Sundays. We're here with the Barovian Knights crew. Apologies for the late start there, completely my fault. I had food needs and also headaches. I also may be stepping away for a minute or two to go grab the doors of dashing that are coming to my home. But until that happens, we're going to be here in Vampire Land for part two. Last time on Barovian Nights, everybody went to the church to try to find a way to bring Nocturna back from the literal dead, or the big unconscious, as we like to call it here. Unfortunately, the priest there was not equipped or powerful enough to be able to perform such a feat for them, but he did make some suggestions about where they might find somebody who would be physically able to take care of that task. The group then proceeded to go to the Burgomaster's mansion. I glassed over one portion. The priest has a vampire in his basement. But anyway, um, they then went to the Burgomaster's mansion, um, where they were to meet up with Ismark, I should say. Ismark, now much more sober, greeted them and laid out his concerns about what's been happening to his sister Irina and the fact that his father is now dead because he tried to stop it, which is a late night visitor keeps calling upon her, and they have no way to stop it. So he requested that you escort his sister to Valaki, where she might be safe inside the church there, since it is the only place that he knows of where a vampire can't get into in these lands. And she agreed to go, but only if she could see her father buried first, who is currently in this coffin over here, which is covered in chains. He is not, as far as anybody can tell, a vampire, but nobody's taking chances because it's Barovia. So this is how they do up the coffins. After that, a couple of you decided to go explore the mansion while everybody waits for it to be time to put the man to rest. And some of you are checking out the library where Nocturna's body is currently lying in state upon a sofa, and Lucius and Lily are kind of hovering over him. And the rest of you went to explore different portions of the house. Grayson found a not haunted piano for once and played a very nice ditty. And during that time, Wilhelmina and Paige went to go fix the carriage, which is what they will use as transport to Valaki. Um, yes, sprawled across the chaise lounge like a Victorian lady, learning her maid showed an ankle. That is precisely the description that we need. Um, but anyway, yeah, Wilhelmina and Paige went to go fix the carriage, at which point Paige was accosted by a lone Canid who ripped off part of her dress and then retreated into the mists away. And it's that point that I said Nocturna's eyes opened, but they didn't. That did not happen. Because Nocturna's not here right now. They're currently driving. They may be with us shortly, so we're just gonna
We're just gonna
backtrack on
say
that.
the eyes stayed closed. We'll open later.
Lucius, in his anxious hope that his waifu would be all right, imagined that the eyes opened. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing suspicious here. But yeah, so that's where we're gonna pick up. Paige, a wolf just made off with part of your fucking dress. And Wilhelmina, you saw the whole thing.
Well, I would like to think that that would be the end of that, but I cannot be so sure. We able to continue, you believe?
What was that, Wilhelmina?
I was hoping that that would be the end of that.
And
Are we able to continue with the carriage?
yes, so it does actually seem to be the end of that. There's no more loping candid forms in the mist that you see about you. It was just a one and done, a quick snatch and grab. You're not exactly sure what a dog wants to do with, or rather, what a wolf wants to do with a scrap of clothing, but it's probably fine.
Yes, probably fine. That is the motto of Barovia. Until it is not.
All right.
I would continue with the carriage.
Alright, so you guys continue fixing the carriage and patching it up. You've gotten most of the wheels and the spokes back into place at this point. You're just kind of checking the suspension and making sure that everything is ship-shape throughout the length of the carriage so that it doesn't, oh, I don't know, pop off the moment that you hit a bump. And,
Ideally.
yeah, while you are doing that, Gallon, what are you up to?
I believe, um, I believe Gallon was going to start to just peruse upstairs since we were given,
Free reign.
actually no, he was told about a library, right?
Yep.
He would probably go towards the library then to see if he can read up on anything.
Sure, the library was right over here.
All right. And he would look for books
Oh,
and
well,
acknowledge.
when you step inside, there's nothing but books. Just books, books, books. Also, a Nocturna, a Lily, and a Lucius.
Also, Lily is reading a book to Lucius and Nocturna and also braiding Nocturna's hair with teeth. Kind of like weaving it in. Making him beautiful for when he wakes up.
That checks out.
Lucius will also, when she starts braiding his hair, Lucius will start reading the book to Lily. Do you have a book picked out, or is it like a random one? And can we roll to see if it's a magic or cursed book?
Sure. Go ahead, Lily. Lily, since you were the one reading the story, you're the one who picked the book out. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
See if he picks up my book versus one of the library's books.
Oh.
Roll 1d100.
Okay. So, Lily, the book that you had been reading was telling a pretty interesting story about a stagecoach mechanic um, who was living in a land where magic was not common. And everybody was surprisingly afraid of things like werewolves and vampires and fae and basically anything of a magical kin. And how this stagecoach driver was secretly a shapeshifter themselves. And you'd been reading about it out loud, and you'd just gotten to the good part when you decided to start braiding Nocturna's hair of when the mechanic actually had to kill a werewolf with nothing but their tinkerer's tools. And that's where Lucius is picking up. It does not appear to be a cursed book, but it is a very interesting one, and you're not exactly sure that some of the language in it is appropriate for Lily.
Lucius is kind of reading it more for his own sake than Lily's because he got really interested and invested.
If anybody catches the reference of what this book could be, that'll be Moon Called by Patricia Briggs, only she's a Volkswagen mechanic, not a stagecoach mechanic. I don't speak for the brand of the company.
I say that now Lucius kind of wants to put hydraulics on the carriage because of this book.
Oh god.
He's gonna be like, we can do this with magic. Do we have an artificer? I need an artificer.
Two of them are on the carriage.
Perfect.
Lucius is gonna use the tooth thing to go into Paige's mind and be like, important news. The carriage needs hydraulics for safety.
First off, you're not going into their mind. It is a communication device that actually, you talk back and forth. Second off, they're a machine. That would hurt you, if you did all those ones and zeros. But yeah, no, Paige, your tooth buzzes, and if you choose to answer it, Lucius's voice rings out asking for hydraulics on the carriage, and Wilhelmina, you can hear it too.
Doesn't he understand that carriages already have suspension?
But I want it to go like, you know what hydraulics do, right?
Won't go fast. Won't go fast.
No, hydraulics are not to make it go fast. It's to make it bounce.
I'm gonna disregard that.
If this carriage is a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
Oh no.
It makes it bounce. You're like, It's mainly for style points.
Again, I am disregarding that and continuing on functionality.
Having just had a weird encounter with the white wolf, Paige stares down at the tooth. She replies, I will make an attempt if there is time left by the morning after the main repairs, barring any other large white wolf apparitions assaulting us during our work. She hangs up the tooth, no explanation given.
Lucius just goes into overprotective mode and picks up Lily. Is like, they're getting attacked by wolves. We need to help.
Yeah.
I'm just this is for silliness. If we get the hydraulics, can the carriage get a stomp attack?
I'm not even dignifying that with an answer.
I really hope that it does get answered though.
Hey Lucius, do you know where the carriage is?
Do what? Does Lucius?
You were not shown where the carriage is.
I didn't know that. I wasn't here last time.
Yeah,
yeah, you go out the front door, it looks like.
Yeah, you went out the front door. You look around, there's no carriage.
We're gonna find it. Lily, do you know where the carriage is?
No, I have no idea. They went the other way when we were in the house.
Lucius barrels through rose bushes.
Where the fuck are they?
While this misadventure is happening, hey, Grayson, what you up to, music boy?
It's a big house.
Grayson has decided to finish playing music, seeing as most people went to go rest and he no longer has an audience.
Oh, that's right. That's what I was about to go do.
He will leave the lovely place and go start exploring the other side of the house.
The guy's pause and go walk out.
Oh, okay. Be right back, everybody.
Okay, yeah, so I would actually have been upstairs because I said I took a long rest and applied that to my character sheet already.
You'll have time to do a long rest if you went to the library first.
Yeah.
You could also fall asleep on the couch.
I think if offered as it seemed like it was, Gowan would definitely prefer the bed.
This is turning out to be another 12-hour shift.
Dear Lord. I'm surprised you're still working.
Overtime?
I was supposed to be off at 5:30.
Oh.
Yep.
Is there no overnight guy that answers calls?
He called off Friday, and I am stuck doing his thing. There is someone else working right now, so I'm not alone like I was before. However, he's too green and cannot do what I'm doing right now. I am working on patching. Where before, earlier when I was frantic and couldn't do anything, it's because I was doing everything, which during the day takes 8 people to run. But it's whatever. Right now, I'm almost done. I'm just going through the post-maintenance check, making sure everything's back online and functioning. It's just,
You guys might want to check to make sure they didn't charge you for the bread, because the dude said it was out of stock and did not give me any. I got
Okay.
Excedrin and water.
Okay. Alright, yeah, he was super, super lost.
Yeah, to be fair though, for some reason, the Google Maps always sends them 3 houses over from me, so that's probably why he was lost.
Okay.
I don't know
Alright,
why.
alright, thanks
Sive
on the
said
bread.
same for where I live.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it does that. Gosh darn DoorDash maps. Anyway, back to where we were. Grayson, you were playing music.
yes, yes, yes. So, since I no longer have an audience and Mason has since ended, Grayson has decided to explore the other side of the first floor, starting with the room on the top. What is that, left? Yeah, top left. I
Okay.
can't move my character.
Why can't you move your character? It's weird.
I'm still
He's
working.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. So you moved to the top left, which is actually a banner. That's
No, no,
there.
no. He leaves that room and goes to
Oh.
the room at the top left of the map.
Oh, okay. So you go back through here, blah blah blah, and you move through the archway, and then you head to this room. As you open it, you see a glorious array of plants and different flowers that are blossoming, and a couple of crystals that are dully glowing and casting what must pass for the equivalent of false sunlight in here. The flowers that are closest to the glowing crystals seem to be the ones that are flourishing the best, although a lot of the plant life looks rather duller than you are used to seeing in vegetative growth. Still, it's a lot brighter than it is outside, which is somewhat heartening. You also see a very nice fountain in the center that has some cattails in it amongst the still waters. There are a couple of threadbare red satin cushions that are circling it for people to sit on and be comfortable. And there is what looks like a steaming pot of tea and several cups set out. And you do recall that I forget whether it was Irina or Ismark, one of the two did mention that they could set out tea for you in the conservatory.
Grayson will go over there, sit down, and have a cup of tea.
All right.
He hasn't had tea in a very long time. Let alone does he remember what it tastes like.
Well, this particular tea appears to be an orange chamomile blend. You're not entirely sure where they got the citrus for the oranges, though, considering how closed of a country Barovia is professing to be. So you take a sip of the tea, and it brings to mind warm tropical climes, and just all around a nice, almost nutmeg aftertaste to it.
He will sit there and enjoy this lovely tea. Kind of tastes good.
You have a beautiful view of the back of the house as well through the picture windows that are surrounding this little alcove that you're seated in. And you look out and you can see Wilhelmina and Paige currently working on the stagecoach. They seem to be having it in some pretty decent order. And then you see Lucius come barreling around the side of the building with Lily under their arm, shoving through rose bushes, even though there's a perfectly clear lawn they could be walking through, as he runs towards Wilhelmina and Paige. We'll pick up there.
I heard there was a wolf attack. We're here to protect you while you work.
Oh, thank you. It's over now.
But wolves, did you guys kill it?
No, I took some cloth and walked off. Ran off? Whatever the adjective or verb.
Does Lucius see Paige, but like with less clothes on?
Um, the short answer is yes. The long answer is he only took about like maybe a hand span size of cloth. It wasn't like her entire dress or something.
Okay.
Her leg exposed, oh no.
That being said, her dress is pretty fucked up. She's not wearing the good one right now to do this. She's still wearing the one that's pretty ripped up already. So you've already been seeing her with less clothes, Lucius, and that thought strikes your mind just right about now.
No, what I meant is, do I notice that it's like mangled, so I can like say, oh well, Wilhelmina, if you want to take a break, to fix Paige's clothes, because you're the best person here at Zoe, I could probably take over a little bit, and see if I can help Paige with the carriage and the hydraulics
That's
on it.
quite all right. We have the new dress already. If you could just, I don't know, look around the horizon and make sure there's nothing around that I can't see.
Lucius goes to Lily. We're on guard duty. We got this, and does a perception check.
Mm-hmm. Go
Lily's
ahead.
gonna climb up on top of the carriage and look around too and perceptionize.
Lily climbs up on top of the carriage, shaking its moorings and making things more difficult for Wilhelmina and Paige. At least she's got
He's
a good
helping.
perception check.
Yeah, 1 second. Perception.
And I help.
Lucy's a little distracted at the moment by Paige's outfit. What's happening here?
So here's what happens. Lucius. Aw, man, there's wolves everywhere. You keep seeing swirling whirls in the mists. Oh, that's definitely a wolf right over there. Oh, shit. No, over there. And you start hearing whispers within the miasma as it curls and coils around your little quartet.
Lucius readies his sword, waiting for the first wolf to strike, as he goes over here in a protective stance to shield three women behind him.
And as you stand there, you can hear something beating in the wind. Caw! And a bird flies at your face, black wings battering about your head briefly before disappearing into the mists once more. Please roll a dexterity saving throw.
Did I just get attacked by my own schizophrenia delusion?
It's not the rats again.
Oh wait, that wasn't a saving throw. That was just a dexterity check. Should I roll again, or are we gonna use that?
You can go ahead and roll again.
Alright, saving throw.
That's even
It
better.
was worse. It was
Cool.
worse.
Yeah, yeah. You stumble backwards, tripping over a dead horse and falling on your back.
Ah!
Lily looks down and says, I don't see anything other than that bird.
Yeah, Lily.
You alright?
It's just mists, just the normal mists. You don't see any dark shapes in it or anything that would denote that there's anything bad out there. You saw the bird coming, but you figured it's just a bird. It's a normal, like, raven. You see them all the time. Oh, there goes Lucy, tripping over horses.
I'm prone.
Careful, there's a horse.
You're prone.
How do I make my character prone?
You can, if you click on your token, you'll see a little stick thing come up at the top, and you can, like, turn yourself like that.
Okay. Ah! The wolves have teamed up with the birds!
Now, interesting fact, in the wild, crows and ravens do team up with the wolves, so...
Especially against coyotes, but
Especially
everything
against
in nature hates coyotes.
That is true.
Lily climbs down and is like, do you need assistance?
Yes, please, Lily. Are we not getting attacked?
No.
Grayson, you saw this whole thing from the windows as you're sipping tea.
No,
Do the
you
windows
just-
open?
No, they appear to be stained glass windows which are set into the building. They go from floor to about a foot or two above your head and end in graceful curves.
Wait, can
Uh,
Lily pick me up to help me up, or is she
Sure
too
she can.
small?
She can
Okay.
definitely help you up. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from getting up.
Okay.
Grayson
Just
will,
yourself.
Grayson is gonna pick up his cup of tea and a second cup of tea, and he is going to attempt to find his way out back.
You do see a door directly behind you, and you figure that you could probably also go around the way that Lucius has, because you're not entirely sure where that door leads to. But you do look
Yeah,
out
no.
a window right here, and you can see that there is a set of stairs from somewhere on the right side of the house. So you could either
Yeah,
try the door behind you or go all the way around the outside.
he'll go ahead and try the door. He doesn't want to run through rose bushes like a psychotic lizard.
You open the door and you find the kitchen. It appears to have a nicely stocked pantry. There's a little fire burning in the hearth, and some kind of soup is bubbling upon it. You head through there. You see a wash tub and some clothing that looks like it's about to get scrubbed. And you see another small door here, which is actually open. So you can see that it leads to a little alcove that has 3 doors in it. The one to the left, you know just by looking out the window, is the one that's to the outside. So you open it and you're outside.
Awesome. Yeah, he'll go on outside and he'll walk over to the group. And as he gets close, he'll go, Lucius, you look like you might need some tea to cool you down.
Some tea, you said?
Yes, tea.
Lucius puts away his sword, is like, oh, I would love some. And
He'll
goes
give the new glass. He'll give the new glass to Lucius, and then proceed to sip on his own. And he goes, "It's quite lovely. There's more in a room full of flowers."
Well, apparently, as I will have this lovely tea, the girls got attacked by a wolf, as you can see, and he'll point to Paige.
Paige says, I'm not sure what the wolf wanted, but it did not cause more damage than what was done to my dress. Paige mentions as she goes back to trying to fix the stagecoach.
Yeah, your dress looks just as bad off as it was before. I mean, it is concerning that wolves are snatching up clothing.
And they've teamed up with the birds.
I didn't see any birds, but okay.
Lily, what was your investigation check on?
The horse.
The horse appears to have been shredded by large bestial claws.
Lily wanted to know if there was any blood left.
There is, but it does not look like blood that you would want at this point. There is a spell, a decided, not pleasant one. This creature has been dead far too long for you to want any of that.
Ah, nuts.
Lucius is really enjoying this tea.
It is very good tea. It has just like the tiniest little notes of vanilla and cinnamon. Just so you know, every time I describe tea, it is an actual tea that I physically have in my tea cabinet as we're speaking. And as all this is going on, Gallon, what you up to, buddy?
I would be looking through the one bookcase, kind of just perusing the different book titles, and kind of seeing if there's anything that kind of points to the history of this land.
Alright, you can roll me an investigation check.
Alrighty, I'm gonna roll that investigation for a natural 20.
Ooh. So, yes, you find several books that pertain to the history of the land. A couple of them appear to be quite old, in fact, and do kind of crumple just a little bit at your touch, but you manage to find a few volumes that look like they are in a good enough order to be able to read through them. It'll take you a couple of hours to go through the books if you want to garner information from them, but you can spend your time doing so if you want to do that, but you won't be able to do anything else while you're researching.
If I do that, would I still have time for the long rest? Because that's what we said I was originally going to do at the end of last session. I realized earlier.
So you can't do that and rest at the same time. It'll be one
Well,
or
yeah,
the
no, I get that, but I'm just asking if there'll be time for the long rest if I take the hours to do this.
not in the building, but you guys are planning on driving a stagecoach to Valaki, so you could always sleep in the coach, or you could do your reading in the coach.
And you'd have to take a constitution saving throw to make sure you don't get motion sick. Car sick.
Yeah, I would do the reading in the coach then.
Yeah, so
I would read what I can now, and then when it feels like it's late, begin his long rest
okie dokie.
and finish reading in the coach.
Alrighty, so yeah, you can probably fit about an hour of reading in before a long rest if you want to be ready when the coach is done and when the funeral is done.
Okay.
Alrighty, and it looks like we've got a Nocturna in the house.
Woo!
Corvy, you hear me?
Not off of mute, but that's it.
Type.
Something is up with their audio. Okay, well then you remain dead for a little bit longer while you fix your audio. Alrighty, so are you, Lily, Lucius, and Grayson, are you going to remain out there with Wilhelmina and Paige for the entire time that it takes to fix the coach? Because they've got about 3-ish hours to go. If not, you guys can do some more exploring.
Lucius is just going to be on guard to help them. he says he does understand. He's like, if you get bored, you can go play and explore. Preferably, maybe with someone and not on your own. But you can go
I got
play.
Miriam.
Hmm.
I got Miriam.
Okay. I'm pretty sure everything will be fine. That's perfectly fine then. Lily and Miriam keep each other safe.
Okie dokie, I'm gonna go back in and read some more and make sure Nocturne is okay. We left him alone with Galen. I don't want him to mess up his hair. I worked hard on that.
Lucius will ruffle Lily's own hair and be like, alright, have fun. Jesus Christ, you win. You a track star.
Oh my god. If you're done with your tea, Lucius, I will bring the cup inside.
Yes. Give me one moment. Lucius, sips the tea with a pinky extended to the sky.
If it's tea time, I would love to indulge.
I could come back out with another class.
Thank you.
Paige, do you partake in tea?
I
She doesn't
will.
eat, right?
I do.
Yeah, I think he was asking if Paige wanted tea too. He got your order, Wilhelmina.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I will get you tea and run inside. I just wanted to see if Paige wanted some too, but I don't know if she can drink. I'll just bring two anyways.
Mhm.
He will go back inside with the empty glasses to get two new full glasses and bring them back outside for the ladies.
Well, the ladies.
And Lizard Man.
Lizard Man already had his tea. Don't be greedy.
He can have some more.
Can he?
I have two hands! Two hands! I ain't a waiter!
That sounds like a failing on your part, good sir.
Yeah. Fine. Lucius will remain vigilant instead. And he will keep guard and he will bring back out his sword to keep watch.
Alrighty, I'm just looking up something really quick. Nocturna, have you gotten your mic working yet?
They're not in Discord anymore.
Oh, they aren't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, they must be fixing it. Okay. Well, let's see. Paige says, if possible, Paige will finish repairs on the stagecoach and probably climb inside to test out the integrity of it. I can store it for later regurgitation, much like my acid, as she tries to fit herself into what is essentially a clown car to herself.
Okay, you're a cup of tea anyways.
Oh boy. Acid.
Welcome back, knock knock.
If you are talking, we can't hear you.
He did not stay back for long.
No, that was Austin. Austin left. Now Austin's back.
Sorry about that. My headset died and I had to switch to the other earbud.
I've got mine plugged in right now.
If you want to type in Roll20, you could do that. And what you want to say and do.
Oh, for Corby.
Yeah, I already do the reading for Paige too. I can do it for you.
Logging back in. Tried restarting. Okay. Side question.
Mhm.
Um, the globe that was in the other room,
Mhm.
could Lily try to sort of draw maps of things, or try to help make her maps more detailed?
Um, the short answer is yes. The long answer is you're gonna probably want to check to make sure that those globes are globes of maps that you are trying to make.
Oh. Okay. How I do that?
Well, you're gonna go over to it and you're gonna make a history check.
Bonk.
There's also a
History
globe
check.
in the room that you were in the library. It's another globe right there.
Really? Where?
Right there on the carpet, in between the two couches.
That's not a table?
No, it's a fancier globe with different continents on it.
Okay, I'll do that one. I thought that was a table. I thought it was like a little coffee table, like a marble one.
Nope.
History. There's history. I did really good. Good job, Lily.
Okay, hello.
Yeah, I hear her voice. It's very far away, but I hear her voice.
It's super low, but I hear it.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can
Very quietly.
Barely.
very quietly.
You are coming back from the dead.
Jack it up super high.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell's happening with this. I plugged in a different microphone and it like completely shattered my goddamn settings. Pardon my language, I completely apologize.
You're fine. Language is not a problem here.
I know, I'm just completely trained with that. Let's see if I can boost this. Anyways, okay, I'm ready to play. I'll just talk a little bit louder for now.
Yes, you will want to physically shout at the microphone, given
Is it
just
that
It's still a whisper for
louder.
us.
Like,
What about
deep
now?
throated.
Oh god.
Okay, bye.
Is it any better?
No, it is
No.
exactly the same.
My god.
It sounds like if you wrapped it in a sweater and whispered to it from 50 feet across the room.
I mean, they are
Did
coming
you-
back from the dead.
It's true.
Did you check your Discord input to make sure it's on the microphone you plugged in and not the computer microphone itself?
So it is a computer microphone. I don't have my headset right now. I don't know where it is. So it's just like I'm using earbuds.
Oh, okay.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Back to basics.
Uh,
No way to
If you go to voice settings, though, there's additional volumes. I did find that out today.
Yeah, we've turned you all the way up for our hearing, but you can turn yourself up for the talking. If you go to user settings, which is the little gear that's next to the headset, if you go to user settings and you go to voice and video, you can crank up your your input volume all the way, just like all the way,
just jack up input volume.
just
Is that
all
better?
the way.
A little
Actually,
bit.
that was a little bit better, yeah.
It is max. I
Okay,
don't know
yeah,
if
I
Windows.
can hear you a bit better now. It's still not great, but it's hearable.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There's been progress made.
There has been progress. It's a noticeable progress.
Okay. Well, if it is it acceptable? Like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if all
Okay.
else fails, you could do what Sives is doing, which is where you type everything out and then I read it in what I think is your voice.
Only problem I imagine if
You have fun with that, but
I do. I like it.
if there happens to be a bunch of like talking over each other, there's no way we'll hear you.
That is correct, yes. But for this next part, nobody is going to be talking because unfortunately we didn't get to catch up off screen. So this next part is going to be happening in Nocturna's POV where nobody else can see it in the Deadlands.
perfect. Okay, bye bye. Tea time.
Get your phone
Basically.
ready for a TikTok POV video.
Basically. So, Nocturna, you died. You are dead. You sank into the mists around you, your vision fading from view until there was nothing but blackness and swirling gray ethers. And you're not sure when it started, but it feels like decades that you have been walking these swirling hallways with pillars of mist rising high above, supporting cathedral-like structures that fade in and out of view. And as you traverse, you start to notice that there are figures in the mist around you. They seem to be walking the same direction as you. Whenever you stop, they do too. What do you do?
So they're basically playing Simon Says with me, but if I walk forward, they're getting closer.
Seems like it.
Can I roll to discern to see what the figures are?
Yep, so this is going to be a perception check.
Boy, probably one of the things I'm not great at. Oh wow, man, this roll 20 looks great on my new system. You said perception, right?
That is correct.
I think I did that right.
With a
Yep.
15, you notice that they have a slight body structure. Every time their head turns, which is when your head turns, you see the slight swoosh of long, dark-colored hair. And when you raise a hand to grip your weapon, you notice that they are gripping a similarly sized and shaped weapon. And that's when you realize that you are walking through a mist-strewn hallway of mirrors.
Can I... Okay. I gotta get in character. Well, that's fucking bonkers. Ignore the accent, it's not gonna be great till I get... Anyways.
You hear your voice echoing all around you, the same sentence from a million different directions with slightly different inflections every time. It's fucking bonkers. Bonkers! That's fucking bonkers.
Nocturna's gonna close his eyes and try praying to his deity for guidance.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
Just go ahead and roll me straight up wisdom.
Wow, the one thing that I'm good at.
I hope you're
Yes!
good at it. You're a cleric. So, for the first time since you've come to this God's forsaken place, as you shut your eyes, although you still somehow see everything around you, you reach out, reaching, straining, pulling towards your deity that you have been trying to contact ever since you came here. And as you do so, you finally feel the existence of your deity brushing up against your mind. And you feel their disappointment.
I can't say anything without it being a spoiler, so I won't, but man, I could talk some smack to my deity right now. Disappointment. Okay, so Nocturne's gonna open his eyes and pull out his warhammer and start smashing the mirrors in a rage. Would he have any idea of what's like the predicament that he's in right now, or should I roll insight for that?
Go ahead and roll insight and also make an attack roll as you're smashing mirrors.
That sounds good. Ooh, I'm gonna two-hand this mirror. Oh, there we go.
So here's how this goes. So it takes you but a moment to realize exactly why you might have disappointed them. And you realize you died. You remember the moment your body fell. You remember the moment your eyes closed and you appeared here instead of where you are supposed to be. And that insight, that knowledge that you are dead, Nocturna, is what fuels your rage as you grip your warhammer in two hands, gritting your teeth, and you begin smashing mirrors left and right. Shards of shattered reflective glass shred the air around you, not falling to the ground, but just hanging in midair, swirling and trickling across it through the mists as they eddy and flow around you. And you just go from mirror to mirror, shattering them, shattering visage after visage of yourself. In some of these mirrors, you're standing there in panicked silence. In others, you're frothing and screaming with your own rage, two-handed warhammer raised over your head, and you get to it before your doppelganger does. In some, you can see yourself lying motionless, a crispy critter in a pool of blood that's spreading across a barn floor. Um, and then you're standing in a sea of broken, flickering glass. And you see it slowly start to come together, start to piece itself bit by bit. Little pieces of you here, there, everywhere. Eyes, nose, mouth, all a shattered facsimile of what you really look like. At least your preferred method of looking. And as you look at it, this weird, hunched reflection of yourself, almost bestial in nature, you feel a little bit more alive, a little bit more aware, solid. What do you
And
do?
that version of me is in one of the mirrors, correct?
It is all of the mirrors, all of the
All of them.
pieces that you have shattered. They've all come together in this almost crystalline
Okay.
golem, showing this distorted reflection of yourself, this hideous, bestial form of parts and pieces.
Nocturne is going to lift up his right hand, holding his warhammer in his left, to see if it mimics his movement.
It does hold up its right hand. It holds it up. It holds it out towards you.
Nocturna sucks in a, well, assuming he can breathe, he sucks in a deep breath and lets the rage slowly coalesce out of his mouth. Can't get much worse. He approaches it and reaches out to grab its hand. Um, Assuming that it's either a sign from his deity or some sort of deep internal issues that he has with himself for dying before he's accomplished what he set out to do. He plans to just tackle it head on, like not physically tackle it, but just go up and grab it to see if it has any reactions. And if it tries to overwhelm him, he's going to try to resist.
So you lower your weapon and you step forward, reaching out your hand to touch this weird accumulation of shattered glass and pieces of yourself. And as you grasp its hand with your own, you feel like you're being stabbed with 1,000 knives, and you see all of the pieces start to pierce into your palm and start flowing into your body, shard by shard. It is trying to overwhelm you. Please, if you do wish to resist, make a strength saving throw.
Is that for like to physically resist?
If you're trying to physically resist, if you're trying to mentally resist, that'll be wisdom.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a mental resistance. This can't get much worse. I mean, I'm already dead, so I don't even know where this is going.
So, the good news is that you resist. The bad news is that you resist too. And the last thing you see in this misshrouded place as the shards of glass enter your being and your body thrums with a sort of shredding pain, is the lopsided grin of your effigy in the last piece of the glass before it vanishes within. And then Lily, as you are braiding more teeth into Nocturna's hair and Galen sits quietly reading a book, you see his eyes pop open. Nocturna, you're back in the land of the living.
With teeth in my hair?
Yeah, Lily's been braiding teeth into your hair this entire time. It's very pretty, but also macrame.
You know, I approve. I actually solidly approve of this. So,
You do feel like you've been stabbed with 1,000 knives, by the way, but you don't see a mark upon your body.
oh, that sounds amazing. I could use that right now. And this is like what we previously discussed, right?
Yes, it's exactly what we previously discussed.
I haven't had a chance to change anything on my character sheet, but I'll find the stats to do that. But Nocturna, for the moment, his eyes are gonna shoot open. His face is gonna briefly like do that melting grayness that it does before forming back into his regular looking form, and he's just gonna scream, not knowing that Lily's right there, of course.
And Galen's also right there too.
Yep.
Oh no, he's just gonna get turned around and get stabbed and die.
Galen, Constitution saving throw for your heart. You're an old man after all.
Yeah, and the dead just popped back very unexpectedly. Like, what?
Wait, was it unexpected? Why were we carrying around a corpse if it was unexpected?
Okay, it's one thing to go to a magic man to do it. It's another thing that he's just dead on the couch and poof! Ah!
Which is basically exactly what happened.
Right, because Lily's spell made it so he didn't decay, so he had longer time to have somebody revive him. But he's dead right now. We have to find somebody to revive him. Now, suddenly, we don't need to find somebody to revive him. Lily is going to jump up, grab one of the teeth, prepare a magic rock tooth, aim it at Nocturna.
Oh no.
And hold on a second. I want to try something. I want to see something real quickly here. Okay, cool, awesome. All right, and she's gonna say, "Do you know who you are?" Which, in case you didn't hear that, because that was really high pitched, do you know who you are?
I don't know. Do we really know who we are?
Nocturna's gonna like be snarling, looking like sneering, his upper lip flaring when he looks at Lily. He's just gonna turn to look his head at her and realize like he's not. Well, like, I guess he's not dead anymore, and he's just gonna look down at himself and move a hand to run through his hair and feel the teeth. And he's gonna be like, What's happening?"
Lily says, sorry, go ahead.
Galen also rolled a 7 for that con save.
Heart attack.
Yep.
That was a natural 2.
Oh god.
He rolled intelligence.
I
Galen.
imagine like in a start he drops a book his legs extend real quickly to stand up, but like he doesn't move his weight forward, so he like pushes himself back. I don't know if he would flip the couch or chair over with him falling backwards.
No, it's a pretty heavy couch.
I was gonna sit in a chair because I thought there was one, but the 2 chairs are up against the wall.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty heavy couch. No flippy.
So yeah, he kind of like falls into the couch, like his butt slides down it, with a book dropped onto the ground, and yeah, that's 7 Constitution save.
Well, you're not having a heart attack, but you are having a panic attack, and you do clutch at your chest, which feels tight.
In his panic, what does he have on?
Yeah, you had a book.
You have a book.
Had a book.
You have magic. Oh no, it's ice knife.
No, it's not ice knife.
Could always light him on fire again.
I'm seeing what would be like at the like just quick grab, something that he could quick grab.
Pillow from the couch.
There's a book, there's a pillow. Uh, I don't know. Do you have a walking stick? You could throw that at him.
I've been using my components pouch. Oh, I have my components pouch. 2, 3.
Yeah. Throw the things at him that let you protect yourself from the undead. That's a good plan.
I mean, the book is right there.
You were holding the book.
Yeah, let's just say the book. I was going to basically do throw something, not
Okay.
even thinking what it was,
So that's
but
going
it'll
to
be the
be a
book.
straight up dexterity roll since that is an improvised weapon.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
You do
Gonna
hear
throw the book
screaming,
at him?
Grayson, although it is quite faint.
What the fuck is going on? And I rolled a 15.
Because I had gone back inside
What's
to go
your
get
AC,
two.
Nocturna?
My armor class,
Yeah.
16.
Okay.
Oh
The book
god!
just flies by your ear and impacts with the back of the couch, just missing you barely. You feel its passage as a whoosh of air past your face.
I feel like it's one of those like backhand throws. It's not even a full wind up. It's like, ah!
Just got luckily close.
Yeah.
And so Lily's still holding the rock to strike at me, right?
Right, Lily says, state your name.
Nocturna.
Do you know my name?
You're Lily, I think.
Oh, cool. I made a zombie. And looks at Gallon and just drops the tooth.
Oh my gosh.
Since when the
I don't know. I thought that spell was to help him until we found a revivifier. But apparently I just made him a zombie. Ain't that cool?
Do you need me to move you to the room, Grayson, I'm assuming? Because you're still working, right?
Well, I
Oh,
just
sorry.
went to my computer.
Okay.
No, I was having trouble. It wasn't letting me click it at first. I just refreshed the page.
I will walk around and then come up next to Nocturna. Like, all right.
Lily gives him a hug. Nocturna.
It hurts, by the way, Nocturna. People touching you hurts. Feels like you're still being stabbed with 1,000 knives every time you brush up against something.
So,
as Lily hugs, I'm gonna just take my flask of holy water and just like a single drop on his shoulder.
Okay, hold on. Let's back up a bit, because Nocturna was about to say something about Lily hugging.
Oh, sorry.
that's okay. I was just gonna say she can hug him, but he's going to immediately flinch and, if possible, like move to like nigh harmlessly grab her. I assume her clothes are a little bit baggy, and if possible, lift her up and just put her next to him. And be like, that hurt.
Alright, so Gallon, are you trying to be stealthy about dripping holy water on Nocturna, or just
Yeah, so like if they're doing like
That'll be a
Lily's
sleight
head
of
is
hand
on
check.
one side of his head, I don't know.
Sleight of hand check for me?
Character sheet, where are you?
Grayson comes bursting through the door, rapier in one hand, shield in the other. I'm screaming!
6 sleight of hand.
Nocturna, Gallon's about to drop water on you. Some kind of, not water, some kind of stuff from a flask he's got on you. He's trying to pour it on you. And then Grayson comes bounding through the door. Gallon, make another constitution saving throw. Surprise!
Oh no! I imagine like the sleight of hand's so bad. I'm like doing that one of those things where I'm outstretching my hand but leaning backwards to just do a single drop,
Basically.
and then
Super
Gallon bursts into the door. And okay, that's a 19 Constitution save.
Okie dokie. Your hand jerks a little bit, and some holy water is splashing towards Nocturna. Nocturna, are you doing anything about this?
About the liquid flying towards me.
Yeah.
Well, considering a simple hug hurt, can I roll athletics to dodge?
It'll be dexterity, but yes. Dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Nocturna barrel rolls
Roll.
away! Also, it
Noct-
hurts, but...
Rolls across the table onto the other sofa like a straight up Matrix G. Like,
Apparently Lily was able to fix him. Why didn't you do that earlier? And you said zombie?
Grayson a little bit scared at one, the fact that Galen just said zombie. Two, that Nocturna is alive, is actually going to cast his blood Maleficent curse. Curse fighting on Nocturna.
Oh,
he's gonna
God.
cast what?
He's gonna cast his blood curse at you. Is that a wisdom saving throw?
Hold on, I'm double checking. It's one of these things on my sheet.
While you check that
Let's
out, we're
see.
gonna pause there in the library scene and move over here to the other part of Clue, where Lucius and Wilhelmina and Paige are just chilling, just relaxing, maxing all cool, while Paige is fixing the interior of the stagecoach and Wilhelmina puts the final touches on the exterior. Lucius, you've been hearing the call of ravens. You've been hearing the call of ravens the entire time you've been out here.
I like look up and like my eyes dart around with my sword in hand.
Lucius, if you would like to move into the residence, it would be alright. I don't see any harm at this point.
The birds! The birds!
The birds also
Right.
seem to kind of sound like Nocturna just a little bit.
Right. Well, the birds don't seem to cause either of us, Paige or I, issues. So if you would like, you can return to the residence.
Lucius will put his sword away and be like,
Ah!
actually, I'm gonna see if I can help, and then, go underneath to, secretly try to fumble around and, install hydraulics to make it bounce.
Okay, so I'm gonna need two things from you. One, are you proficient in Tinkerer's tools, Lucius?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to need you to roll a sleight of hand with disadvantage.
That's not bad.
Yep, so they notice what you're doing. The good news is they notice what you're doing. And they are going to be able to stop you before you fucking break the suspension. Wilhelmina, Lucius is fucking with your suspension that you just fixed. You just fixed that.
And Paige had a dialogue.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Paige,
Paige.
if the birds continue to accost you, I will murder them. Or try to fix your brain if they are imaginary birds. Paige says this in what can assume is meant to be a friendly tone.
She's like, yeah, I think it might be in my head, the birds. This is calming me, though. This is, helping out is calming.
I think what would be helpful for us if you retire to the residence at this moment, as I believe your hands need to find some sort of occupation other than the carriage.
It's fine. I'm feeling really good. I just need to do this one thing. Maybe I need some magic to do it.
No, I don't believe that is the case. I believe you would like to return to the residence. Or else.
Please roll intimidation, Wilhelmina.
Do. Oh no, I'm signed out.
You want me to roll for you?
Yeah, roll for me.
Okay, you said intimidation, right? Let's see
Yes.
here.
Oh. Hmm?
You
That
know,
was for Mina.
she's trying to be scary, and she's definitely serious. But she's Wilhelmina. Uh, if you want to risk it, Lucius. Paige is opening the door of the stagecoach. Her hands emerge from the darkness. They go to clasp onto Lucy's shoulders. She will forcefully move him away from the stagecoach, her body slinking out of the stagecoach in segmented snake-like parts. No. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna need contested strength checks if you are trying to resist this, Lucius.
Alright.
Also,
Is
Not a
Lucius using
saving
the
throw or
stage
just
coach as a
strength?
trampoline?
what?
I miss, because I was reading things, I missed a little bit what Lucius is doing to causing this
So
much trouble.
He's
trying-
just trying to install hydraulics to the
Yeah,
Oh, so
barely.
you took it upon yourself to try to install them. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I can do it! Believe in me, I can
So,
do it!
this is what
No.
happens. This is what happens. While Paige is not physically able to move you away from the stagecoach, she is very creepily crawling out of it like it from the sewer, and just like in bits and pieces and lengthened neck, and you can see a burning seriousness in her eyes. And if anybody's ever watched Naruto, if you've seen those puppets that they like to do from the Sand Kingdom, you can imagine her jaw is chattering right like that, click clacking, and she is just in fight mode. No, this is my stagecoach.
Sasori.
Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, only the Sand Ninja had puppeteers.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. Uh, but Lucius can take a hint. Lucius can take a hint.
Emmy?
He's gonna do a strength check to lift Paige on and put her on top of the carriage, and then he'd be like, all right, and walk away.
Okay, do you allow him to lift you onto the carriage, Paige, or are you thinking he's doing something else with that? Somebody's doing their homework on their class in the background.
Me, I've been in school. Oh, I have great news to tell people later, by the way.
Yay!
I can't wait to hear it.
It's why I forgot that we were supposed to RP the thing. I'm sorry, but I was very busy that day.
It's okay. I was like heat stroke all week, basically.
That's basically what happened to me. I
Excellent.
mean, I guess I can
Alright,
say
so
no, but sorry.
come on, another strength check for strength check.
Yep, strength versus strength. Remove yourself, or I will. Remove yourself, or I will remove you, and I will sacrifice every last shred of clothing I have left to do it. I don't know that that's going to dissuade him, Paige.
She goes like, whoa, 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 whoa. Keep your clothes on. Lily can peek out the window. No indecent things in front of the child. Perv, and he sets her on the carriage and begins to walk away. And then he mutters under her breath about her being very kinky robot.
God. Okay. Weaponized
Oh,
nudity.
God.
He grips her string of a strap. She grips her string of a strap threateningly. Keep walking.
Oh, no.
My pure eyes! I will not experience nudity!
Oh god.
Lucius runs into the house.
Okay. And flashback to the library. I believe Nocturna was making a strength save against.
Yes.
Yep, that's the Oh, that's
Oh,
right. That's not a
Jesus.
save. No, that's not.
Nocturna, do you shrug this off? Whatever brought you out of the place that you're at seems to have revitalized you in a lot of respects. And although you are in pain, it is starting to dull a bit, and it's more like pins and needles at this point.
So it doesn't affect me at all,
It
right?
does not affect you at all. Grayson just
Okay,
stabbed himself for nothing. Again.
Nocturna's gonna. Can Nocturna tell he tried to cast something on him?
You have seen him do that same thing to enemies in battle, so yes.
Okay, Nocturna's gonna stand up, and since you and I both know what he is now and what's happened, can I use that right now?
Yes.
Like, okay, so Nocturna's gonna stand up.
Have you
and
picked
he's
a
gonna.
picture for that yet?
Oh yeah, we already picked it out. I'll post it now.
Cool, because I forgot it.
Yeah. What channel?
I would put it in Art Dump. I can grab it from there.
Or characters too. That
That
works too.
works as well, whichever.
The only spell Grayson has, he can never cast properly, and it's just to freeze people.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the one we picked.
Up that DC
I
somehow.
can't believe Nocturna survived just to be killed by
Oh,
our party.
God!
Nocturna's gonna stand up and briefly flash into that, and he's gonna glare at Grayson and say, "Don't you dare try any." Hold on, I gotta get the Australian going. Don't you dare try anything again, mate. I swear to God.
Swear of me, mum.
I swear. No, Lily gets it. Yeah, that was the inspiration.
Feels like my head's on fire.
Pretty much. No.
Do you see yourself?
Yeah, he looks awesome!
Lily, you made that. Damn.
I did that!
Oh, this is great.
Grayson's gonna werewolf out.
Oh my god.
What the Nocturna survived just to die.
Grayson doesn't believe this is Nocturna.
Okay, I don't think I
Also,
have second.
Nocturna hasn't seen Grayson as a
Oh,
werewolf.
Right now, I don't have second level spells right now.
No, didn't he? Because that's the reson why he died is when Grayson turned into a werewolf.
No,
No,
that
he
happened
died
in
before.
in the darkness.
Yeah. Nocturna went unconscious, and Grayson went into werewolf form in darkness.
Alright. For a second, did we get the liquor from the innkeeper, or did I die for nothing?
We did.
You got
Yes,
the
we
liquor.
did.
We actually got 2 bottles.
Oh yes, my death was well worth it, boys.
I cannot wait for that RP moment.
That's okay. Me and Grayson.
If we don't kill each other first.
You updated my picture. Awesome.
Oh god.
And almost baked out here. Okay. What are we doing here?
Well, Grayson just turned into a werewolf. Hold on, I
Do
gotta
not
get
have
your
a full
werewolf
token?
picture.
I think I might have 1 level spell left. I know I don't have my level 2 spells, which I want. Wait, I had 1 sorcery point left because I haven't long
You
rested.
sent me a picture of what you wanted your new one to be, right? Oh, that's a good Ollie picture.
Ooh.
Yes,
we have
I sent you
werewolf versus
picture.
Ghost
You
Rider.
DM'd that one
DM.
to me, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me grab it because I never did that because I suck.
Oh,
It might
how
be
come
pretty-
when we have cold transformations, we only use it on each other?
Because
Okay.
that
wait
is
a
how
minute.
it should be.
Technically,
Oh wait, I
actual
think I.
start.
Lily only used it on Grayson. Grayson is using it now.
Well, I also used it against the Pumpkin King.
You used it, but it didn't do anything. We killed him without you doing anything in your werewolf
You
form.
mean
I
the
think
soul
I-
harvesting gourd?
I think I actually do have a 2nd level spell slot because last time I cast darkness as sorcery points. So I'm going to cast darkness to try to calm everyone down.
How does that?
Oh my god! You know that's what killed Nocturna.
Oh man.
Is he gonna freak out more if you do that? Because that's how we
Well, now
died.
we have a very hard time of actually hitting each other if we actually attack each other.
Lucius kind of walks up and sees the darkness. He's like, "Not again!"
I cast darkness. I'm out of second level spells right now.
Hey
Okay,
Lily.
okay.
Hey
We
Lily.
need to calm down.
Hey Lily.
Yes.
You can see, right?
I know I
can't.
can. It's wonderful.
I can't. I actually can't right now.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Why do you
No,
cast a spell that you can't see it?
But
But
I
it's
know they're
great,
there and
'cause-
I can still talk.
Because now I can direct Nocturna where to go to get Grayson, and I can see Grayson perfectly fine. Works fantastic.
Ah.
Oh, you got really quiet. Knock knock. We didn't hear you.
Is this if you have dark vision? You can see through it.
No, I have a warlock version of dark vision. I can see in magical and
Devil's
non-magical
sight.
darkness.
Question, because I remember with the reborn thing there were going to be stat changes, or is it just a? What do I forgot what we decided on that.
Let's see. Let me double check that really quick.
Oh, I'm reborn.
That's what I decided to go with.
But my Grayson doesn't know he's reborn.
Interesting. So we're
So basically, just for above game purposes, this is not known to you all, but I'm just gonna say it out loud in case the viewer is like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Basically, when people die in my game in Barovia, they have a couple of options. They can either like be dead and roll another character. They can come back to life, but with a curse or a dark gift of some kind, depending on what we work out at Osili, or they can become a revenant. And we kind of went with a combination of option 2 and 3. So Nocturna is getting the dark gift Second Skin. Um, which is basically there's another side of you that most people never see. When you show this side of yourself, you might become another person entirely, a celestial-like avenger or a walking nightmare. Um, so this obviously this is what he is. So for that, you get alter self that you can cast just basically at will once per long rest. Um, and that's basically what's happening right now. This is your second form. And some aspects of your second form remain after the spell ends too. So the mark is perceptible, such as is a perceptible change such as like scaly skin, stunted wings, or eyes without pupils. Or in this case, I'm assuming fire. Yeah,
I slapped that
This
on
cleric's on fire.
basically. So that's his second skin. But
Sorry, Nocturne, I spoke over you.
No, you're good.
he was sort of brought back to life as a reborn. We decided on a combination of options 1 and 2. So let me just pull that up really quick and let you know, because there are differences between changing from a person who was alive to a person who was dead and creating the character from scratch as a reborn.
Right. That's really all I need to know is because if we're gonna be getting into combat, I want to not get murked by a werewolf.
Yeah, understandable. Just FYI though, there will be no character death between characters. If I have to stop it in a Deus Ex Machina way, I will. Fighting okay, but deathy no. Except
How
for
big
if
is the darkness?
accidental fireballs, just not on purpose.
Or pocket banshees.
Pocket.
Fucking pocket banshees.
From a different campaign.
Yeah, Saya's accidentally pocket bansheed everyone.
Shh, 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 shh. You
Okay,
don't
there.
know it was me.
Is it like that for darkness?
Yes.
Darkness, my old friend. Oh, there it is. Cool.
Dead darkness spell, where are you? It is a radius. I think it's a 20-foot radius.
I'm listing my subrates as Ghost Rider.
60-foot range.
Um,
15-foot radius.
Your stats don't change. You just have advantage on saving throws against disease and being poisoned, and you have resistance to poison damage.
Oh, it's the Deathless Nature trait.
Yeah, it's the deathless nature one.
Okay, I'll slap that on my list. That'd be like where under Turn Undead and all those other class things are, right?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Austin, what's the shortcut to refresh a page?
F5.
Okay.
Okay. Also, apologies, Austin. I've been trying to load your pretty werewolf picture, but it doesn't like Roll20 and refuses to load. It just makes itself broken. So,
That's okay. You could just use business wolf
business
again.
wolf.
What kind of... Is it a JPEG?
No, it's not. It's a WB something.
Oh, didn't realize it sent you in that format. I could
Yeah.
resave it and...
Yeah, if you want to do that, I can load it. We'll just keep you as you are until you do that on the side there, and then I'll switch them up for you. But if we're doing this, we're doing it right. Everybody in this room, and just everybody in general, in case there's other people coming, go ahead and roll initiative, just to be safe. Don't forget to click on your character when you roll.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
My initiative say 0. Oh, that's just a bonus to it. Oh, nice.
I think you
Oh,
forgot
right.
to... Oh no, there you go.
Yeah, I forgot to click on my character, sorry.
Oh no.
Right.
God, Lily's there a bajillion fucking times. What the fuck is going on here?
Ah, that's even worse.
There was.
I would have been last anyway, so I'll take it. I rolled a 2 and then a 1.
Oh.
Alright, I burned through it. God, when you haven't played D&D in like literally a month and a half.
We had at least a short rest, right?
Yes.
No,
Hey,
I'm
right.
still injured.
I haven't had a short rest. I'm almost out of spells. I don't know how many first level spells I have left, but I know I have 1 sorcery point left and 0 second levels.
Being dead count as a long
You are actually...
This is a good question.
So the good news is, yes, actually, you are at full, Nocturna. You have everything.
go, because I already have good spells that I want, so.
Even full health? Damn.
Yeah, actually. Just by
Yeah,
nature
boy.
of what we worked out.
Good thing he's
Well,
a
we
rogue.
had... Did we have a short rest at the inn?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then how long have we been at the house?
You two, I'm sorry, Wilhelmina and Paige have been working on the carriage, so they haven't had time to have a short rest, but Gallon, Lily, Grayson was sitting drinking tea for a while. And Lucius, you guys would all count as having a short rest.
Well, that
I
could
was not
affect
aware
my
of it because
HP.
I did not play last time, so.
Yeah, you were sitting reading and braiding hair with Lily, so that's not taxing. That's a short rest.
Okay, so just, I mean, I get some HP back, and,
Yeah, you
No,
can
we
roll
did a
your...
long rest. I have written down that we did a long rest. At the inn.
I think
That
at
was
the-
before you went to the church.
Did we fight at the church?
Hold on.
No.
No,
Let's see here.
but you went to the church because Nocturna was dead, and you wanted to get the... You didn't fight at the church, you fought at the inn.
Yeah.
Boys' night.
But then we had a...
Gallon is no longer invited to boys' night.
Wait.
Mina and Jeannie went to work
yeah.
on the coach, a half day of repair. Old Stain Tales of Barovia Myths and Legends. I write in my book. Grayson looks at... I don't even know what in the world I wrote down there, but then I wrote down long rest, and then...
Well, for you, it's a long rest because you don't have to fucking sleep anymore, Lily.
Okay, cool. So I have all my health back and all my spell slots. That was my concern.
I think that technically applies to Grayson as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Grayson and Lily, they don't have to worry about that. Their short rests are long rests. Gallon, I don't think you're there yet, right?
Yeah, well, if we're going because it was boys' night, then didn't we rest after boys' night?
No, you
We
went
did.
to.
We had a short rest.
Yeah,
Oh,
you've had
that's
one
why I'm at
short rest.
full, but no spells or
Yeah,
lack of spells.
yeah.
Alright, so I changed my HP to full.
You have to roll your hit
Yeah,
dice.
I
You had a short rest, Lucius.
I may have
Okay,
missed that
so,
for Lucius.
Grayson and Lily are
wait, you
special.
did roll it, Rob?
I might have missed it. I
Okay.
don't know where you're at right now.
So I have 20 HP out of 31.
Okay.
I'm missing 11 HP.
But with a
Yeah.
short rest, you get a lot of your abilities that are once per short rest back.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So first up is Grayson, who is a werewolf right now. Oh, you sent me another one? Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Let me get the werewolf on the board.
But right now, the only one that can see in
Is it
this
also in
red
art?
circle, the only one that can see in this red circle is Lily.
Yep, that doesn't mean that Grayson can't attack things, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll just have disadvantage.
Is it that?
Can I roll to smell where the fire is?
There's fire.
It's not.
Oh,
It's not fire in
Lily
the
fire.
sense that you would recognize.
You
Oh.
would smell the fireplace.
Can I roll to smell where Nocturne is? I've been with him long enough. I should know where his
Yes.
smell sounds like.
That is correct.
Okay.
You
Smell
can
sounds like-
smell to find the general direction of where Nocturna is. You're still going to have disadvantage by not being
That's
able
fine.
to see the placement of his body, though, when you're making attacks at him.
I just want a direction.
Yep. Let's see. Boop.
Oh boy, time for violence.
Grayson. There you go.
Woo! I'm a lightning wolf.
Lightning boy.
darkness would consider us blinded, right?
Yep.
So a blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature, yeah, disadvantage. Okay. I always found that weird. But anyways, sorry.
Alright, well, I rolled a 12 perception. Can I tell he's kinda straight in front of me somewhere?
With a 12, yeah, he's somewhere forward, somewhere in front of you.
Alright,
He has been moving around the room though, so his scent is kind of all over the place, but you think it's the strongest directly in front of you, sort of.
Alright, so I'm going to assume he hasn't moved since before the lights went out. I'm gonna do this fairly since I can see the map, and I'm gonna roll a die to see how many squares I move before attacking. Okay. I moved 2 squares.
We're in darkness and I'm on fire. Can everyone see me? No, I'm kidding.
1,
Not
2.
in magical darkness, no. The only one who can see you right now is Lily, 'cause she's got devil's sight.
I move 2 squares, and while I'm moving, I cut my own wrist again. Because, you know, Grayson.
My life into pieces. This is my last resort.
That is. Hold on. I have this little thingy. Okay, cool. Only 2. Not that bad. And Grayson, you know, he still can use his rapier in this form, and it lights up in electricity, and he's going to flail his sword around trying to hit something.
It's very disconcerting to know that your weapon is crackling with electricity and not be able to see it. Alright, so here's
that would be
how
terrifying.
here's how this is going to go. Go ahead and roll an attack roll for me, and then
Okay.
roll a D.
6, 7,
I
that's
think you're gonna
8.
say 8.
6, yeah, D8.
Oh no.
Good luck, Alan.
Hold on, I'm double checking roll D&D Beyond to see if my attacks change because I know my strength goes up in this form.
Regardless, it is at disadvantage.
I know.
Rapier's finesse, so I think it's just dex for that usually.
It's dex.
Yeah.
It's versatile, so technically you can use whichever is
Either
better.
or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just that a lot of times people who are wielding a rapier are ones that focus on dexterity because there's not a lot of weapons that deal higher die damage that do allow you to use dexterity.
I love the idea of how hand axes are versatile, and I love the strength characters that throw an axe and the handle part is what does the damage. You know those memes where the handle gets embedded into the target?
Yeah, that sucks. Roll a d8, Grayson.
Okay. There's dice roller D8.
Okay, so the good news is you don't hit Gallon, but you also don't hit Nocturna.
That's fine. And I believe that's all I can do this turn.
Excellent. Okay, Lucius, you're up. You can see the tail end of a globe of darkness radiating out from the library over here.
Lucius sees it, groans, and how many squares can I move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it groans and was like, Gallon! You know he yells.
Yep.
You know this is how you killed Nocturna.
He's a fiery skeleton right now!
Yes,
no!
yes, he'll always be a fiery skeleton in our hearts.
Oh no!
I mean, literally, dumbass!
Lucius, make an intelligence check for me really quick.
There's anger and terror in Gallon's voice.
Lucius, Gallon lit Nocturna on fire again.
Wait, I never lit Gallon!
No, you did in the murder house!
When? I don't have fire spells.
Somebody lit him on fire.
He was on fire in the murder house. Oh my, you can't do that to corpses even if you did kill it!
He's fine. He's just a zombie right now, but I did it. It's fine. We just need to get rid of Grayson and everything will be fine.
You're not far off, Felix.
Oh! I end my turn because this is as many steps as I can take, right? Or can I
well, you could dash, but you won't be able to take any actions if you do. Also, you
And
can't
then
see
you
where
get
you're
blinded.
dashing.
Yeah.
So you actually can't even see the door right now.
You can't.
I do know where it is
You know
because
vaguely where it's at.
Vaguely, yeah.
You know
because
it's somewhere in there. Somewhere in the darkness. But anywho, Gallon, you're up, and you can't see. And you felt the air crackle next to you and something whoosh by, and you're not sure what the fuck it was.
The red in between the two couches is a carpet, right?
That is correct. It's a carpet, and there is also a globe on the red carpet.
Yeah. Can't I want to try base if I can't. Let me double check my spells. I want to try to just bring this down where we're not killing each other. Hence why the darkness, so it'd be that much harder for us to hit each other.
Yeah, it's not like that'll be a trauma response to half the party that got murked in the darkness last time. But anyway.
That's what I'm saying is... That's what I've been trying to communicate to Gallon. Is this could be traumatizing to Nocturna.
It's cool. Gallon, what would you like to do?
I will step back a little bit, and since I centered the thing on me, the darkness moves up a square as well. If I can step back a little bit higher. Oh, that's weird.
Okay. Yeah. So the place you're moving around at does have a couch, so I'm going to need you to
It,
make a
it
dexterity save.
yeah, I imagine
I
if I
didn't.
was standing up, it's weird because of where the grid falls.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw because the area that you're in has a couch, like I said. I didn't make Grayson do one because he wasn't moving forward where there was furniture.
Yeah, I was kind of like moving, like maybe if a leg is still feeling the side of the couch, but I see what you mean.
If you were walking in a living room in the dark and you were pressed up against the couch, I can't imagine you wouldn't stumble a bit. So dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Because I have done that and I have hit the
I guess,
floor.
I guess my argument is for not a ridiculous DC.
It's not a ridiculous DC. Just
Okay, 10 total.
10 total. Okay. That was the DC. So you
Okay,
maintain your footing, but you are
a
stumbling.
stumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, a stumble.
Yeah, an old man
Uh,
stumble.
I, I don't know what's going on right now, but we need to calm down before we kill each other.
I think Grayson is attacking Nocturna as a werewolf. I think we just need to get rid of Grayson and everything will be fine.
Clearly, he's undead.
It's fine. I got it under control. I said that. You're not listening.
If this was something you could have done, why so suddenly without any warning?
Why does it look like I said that? Sorry. My in roll 20, it's like popped up like I said that, and I got confused. I'm sorry. What?
People can do that. People can
Yeah.
do that.
So light him up, light him up.
Okay, fire. I can do that.
I didn't say that.
This boy is on fire. Sorry.
So yeah, I said if this was something you could have done, why so suddenly and without warning and not earlier?
I don't know. It's a new spell. I just learned it.
Then why without warning?
And that's about as much talking as you can do as a free action. You can't have like an entire 10-minute conversation.
I guess I'm trying to mainly try to persuade people to stand down
Well, we'll see if that works.
and talk this out. I don't know if you want me to roll a persuasion or something.
Does Grayson seem like the talking sort?
This is less. So if these aren't NPCs, these are player characters. You can't really roll to force their character nature here.
Oh, I get that.
You could like deception and stuff like that to lie to somebody, but you can't persuade them unless you like cast charm person or something. But anyway, anything else for your turn, Galen?
I am so confused. I thought we just did a persuasion roll in literally last session.
We did a
just
persuasion
to see how persuasive they are.
just to see how persuasive you are, just because it was funny for the lulz, because it was a puppy begging for something.
Okay, that
I
for the
was-
lull and not knowing it was just for the lulls is
Yeah, no, that was for the lulz because
so confusing.
that was when Arthur was using their puppy dog eyes and their literal puppy dog whines to look persuasive, and I just wanted to see how great of a puppy they were.
Okay.
Pretty good puppy.
It's like when I had my oldest roll to see how delicious the popcorn he made was in one of the other sessions that we did in real person. And it was really good popcorn.
Okay.
But anything else for your turn, Galen?
I believe that'd be it.
Is darkness concentration, by the by?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paige.
Yep, concentration.
You doing anything but fixing a stagecoach?
Speaking of which, Nocturne, if you spoke at all during that, we did not hear you. Or I did not hear you, at least.
No, I was muted. I was listening, but I think I just lost my ear pods, so I'm just like scanning the floor for them.
Ah.
Oh.
It's fine. I'll just have to order
Scroll
another
it,
pair.
please. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Age of Stain, she doesn't know what's happening and
and she
has to fix the carriage again.
Okie dokie. Okie doke. Otherwise fixing stagecoach. You got it. Lily, what are you doing as the only person who can fucking see?
She's gonna be like, well, I think in order to solve this whole issue, we just gotta get rid of Grayson. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
and
no.
she gonna do one of her fancy little cantrips that she learned. And bite Grayson.
Has a 17 hit you, Grayson?
No.
You feel something slash the air next to you, Grayson, and you manage to jerk out of the way before whatever it is impacts upon you.
Oh, I missed. He's right here, Nocturna! It's standing right behind Grayson, so Nocturna knows exactly where he is.
The child is trying to kill me again!
Oh.
I mean, this is
I
like
never
become an
stopped.
important part of thing for her character.
Closure.
This is the mainstay.
Nocturna, what are you doing? It's your turn.
Alright.
Gallen's been trying to talk you down. Lily thinks you need to kill Grayson and has called out to you from somewhere in front of you, saying that Grayson is right there in front of you.
See what's in my repertoire and how I want to handle it. Good one. Oh,
I mean, Lily's happy. She thinks she got a zombie on her side.
I mean, she's not wrong. Nocturna's pretty much being like, this guy's crazy. Plus, he doesn't. He saw him turn into a werewolf before darkness, right?
No.
No.
Okay, so that happened.
Well, no, he saw him turn into a werewolf here in the library.
Right.
Before Gallen cast darkness here, but he didn't see him turn into a werewolf last time when they were in the barn.
I feel like the order was fire, Ghost Rider form, werewolf, darkness.
Correct.
Yep.
That is the order of events in this case.
Nocturna is going to. Nocturna's going to go ahead and cast protection from good and evil and good on himself. Do I need to roll for that or just?
Nope, you just cast it. It's on you now.
Perfect. Okay. And that was my action. So he's gonna cast that on himself, and then I can't attack, right? Because that's my action.
That was an action, so no, you cannot attack. You still have movement. If you step away, Grayson will be able to do an attack of opportunity, but it's at disadvantage because he cannot see you.
Correct. I'm going to have Nocturna now that he's cast that. Wait, can I roll to attempt to intimidate, like get him to stand down? Like I know I don't want to force the character thing. Like if I roll to try and intimidate him, can he like counter roll to try to not be intimidated?
No, not in this case. It would work if it was NPCs. But this is, I mean, you can roll to see how scary you are, intimidation to see how scary you are, but he can't see you. So all it's going to be is a voice, for one. For two, unless you have a spell that causes fear, you can't purposely intimidate somebody unless their player thinks that would scare them.
True. Okay, so Nocturnus just gonna go ahead and cast that on himself, and he's just gonna call out, I'm still in... Oi, I'm still in control. What do you think you're doing, mate? Get this shit out of here. but like just bracing himself, holding up his shield with his hand on his sword.
Nocturna? Is Nocturna alive?
What the hell do you think I said, lizard?
You said he was on
I-
fire.
A flaming skeleton, and Lily said he was fine.
He
Lily.
turned into a skeleton monster.
Lily,
What? Nocturna's a skeleton? God, what is going on in there?
Lily, with a natural 1 intelligence check, not only can you raise zombies, but you can raise sentient zombies that have full control of themselves. Are you a god? Wow.
Oh,
Herman
God.
bestows some really nice shit.
Oh, God. Oh.
I have to tell him thank you. I don't know what sentient means, but I can raise them.
Alright, so you are hunkering down behind your shield and you've just called out that you are in control and honestly, you haven't tried to attack Grayson, although Grayson can't actually see that. So let's find out how it goes from here because Grayson, you're up.
Um, he did just talk in front of me. Can I roll to attempt to tackle him?
Yeah, so that is going to be just a straight up strength roll. Again with disadvantage because, you can't see him. Um, you don't know if he moved after he talked, so.
Okay. Oh, are you kidding me?
Roll a
Hey, it's
D100.
Christmas colors.
Lily
Christmas
just trips
colors.
you with her foot.
Possibly. Roll a D100.
D1.
Oops, wrong one.
Well, when I'm in this form, I have advantage on strength checks. But I have disadvantage because of darkness. Does that just equal it out then?
Oh, fuck.
In this case, I had you roll strength, not
Okay.
as like a check that's opposed, because
Okay.
this is a physical attack your body is doing. Do you also have advantage on attacks in this form?
I have advantage on saving strength checks, saving throws, and I get a +1 bonus to melee damage rolls.
Okay, so yeah, I had you roll strength because this is an improvised sort of attack.
Okay.
And there's not really just like a tackle unless you wanted to use unarmed strike instead. So I had.
Okay. Because I was like, I am proficient in unarmed strike.
If
strike
it's
in
you,
this
if you
form.
would like to use an unarmed strike roll instead, I will allow you to do so.
Yeah, I could do that. Da-da-da-da-da. It's in this form it's called predatory strike, but it is the same thing.
Okay.
I
And the result will be instead of damaging if you hit him, you will be tackling him. Okay. With that, that would be an 18. Does that hit your armor class, Nocturna? You've got a 16, right?
17, I thought.
I think it was 16 because I barely missed with that 15 with
Yep.
the book.
Pretty sure it's 16. Did we lose you, Nocturna?
Are you muted?
He's just trying to come to the terms that he's gonna be dead
Mhm.
again.
I think we lost Nocturna, yeah.
There's a reason Grayson is moving to a tackle instead of an attack.
His thing is green, but we don't hear him.
He's typing in Roll20.
Yeah, I think
No.
you better type from here on out, Nocturna, because we can't hear a word, and I'll just relay.
You don't have to apologize. Technology likes to be a jerk.
Yeah, and I do this for all Paige anyway, just 'cause, you know. Besides, I like doing the voices. It's good for me. Alright, so I believe a 16 does hit. Sorry, an 18 does hit. So, Nocturna, you are currently tackled into the couch. And I'm going to need both of you, Grayson and Nocturna, to make a dexterity saving throw, because you did just tackle. Into a
Kinky,
couch.
mate.
And while an old man falling into a couch might not knock it over, two fully grown monstrosities might. Alright, so Nocturna, you go down on your back on the couch. Grayson, you're on top of him. A hand braced to one side of his fiery Hellraiser face. The other on the carpeted floor below, half kneeling over his reclined form. It is a very uwu moment. If Lucius could see it, he would probably be extremely jealous and punch you.
I drop concentration. I'm joking. I don't think I can. Their turn.
But yeah, other than tackle him, I'll yell, Galen, get the rope!
Is it good now? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Hi!
Okay. Dude, I have no idea what's going on with any of my audio shit. Guys.
Alright, is that it for your turn, Grayson?
Yeah, other than yelling at Galen to get the rope, that is it.
Okay. Lucius, you're up.
Lucius still can't see shit besides to go in the room
You can't hear yelling.
and just like go here and be like, "What's going on? God damn it! I just dropped this."
Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw as you bump into Lily. Lily, go ahead and roll yours with advantage because you can see.
Disadvantage. That's a 15.
Yep. Oh, god damn it, Lily. So the good news is, Lucius, you don't go down. You manage to catch yourself on the side of the couch, feel it flail out, grab the couch arm. Lily, you go sprawling to the ground, prone, in front of Grayson and Nocturna.
I'm like, Lily, is that you? Galen just dropped this damn thing. Never once has it been helpful.
It would be helpful, but now Grayson's hugging Nocturna.
What's going on? I don't understand.
Wait a minute.
Is it so Nocturna's not dead and he's fighting Grayson for some reason?
Yes, because Grayson deserves to go down.
Everybody stop before I make you stop.
For one thing I can actually agree with.
Just
One
get
thing I
the
can
rope!
actually Grayson, let go of Nocturna. I wanted to roll insight if I believed him saying he's in control.
Oh, okay. Is Lucius's turn over? Is that all you're doing?
No, so I'm just gonna say, Galen, when you drop this thing and then you tackle one and I'll tackle the other, and we'll just hold them down until they can't fight anymore and have to talk this out.
Yeah,
You see
tell the
Grayson?
squishy man to do that.
Yes, ask the elderly, not melee
You have mage
fighter.
armor. Activate mage armor.
That doesn't really change how much I can hold somebody.
Galen, you're up.
Well, Nocturna's just a dude.
I'm an old man.
You can hold down Nocturna. It'll be fine.
Gallon, you're
Oh
up.
dear God.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
Lucius doesn't know what Nocturnal looks like now.
I originally wanted to say I was saying is I wanted to roll insight or sense motive or insight on Nocturna, saying that he's in control. I rolled a 1.
You have no idea. You can't see him. You can't see what his face looks like. You did know his face was a flaming skull before. You're not entirely sure how expressive those are. You don't know. It's chaos and darkness. And everybody's hurting
So
everyone.
I don't know what to. I don't know how to take it, or do I take it at face value?
You have no idea how to take it because, one, you can't see the face to take it at face value.
It's a figure of speech.
You have no idea. You have no idea. It's dark.
Okay.
Everyone's yelling.
Lily, do you promise that you're not going to attack Grayson?
No.
Lucius, can you do something about her since you're the only one she might listen to?
Lily, us if we try to grapple them. So that's what I'm saying is let's just grapple them and hold them in place. It's just Grayson, an old man, and Nocturna is kind of young. Would you want to switch? Do you want to hold down Grayson and I hold down Nocturna?
Oh god, no.
Idea.
Yeah, Lucius didn't see anyone transform.
Grayson's literally gonna yell, "Just get the rope and tie him up!"
I'm gonna call time for just 1 second. Wilhelmina, you're not on the tracker. Wilhelmina?
Oh,
She's muted.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, okay. Hi.
Hi.
alright.
I am fixing things,
Oh.
and I didn't realize I'm involved into darkness.
You don't have to be if you don't want to be. You can fix things.
Continue to fix things, but wouldn't a flaming skull somehow light the dark?
No,
It's magical
because
darkness.
this is a magical darkness, so it could light up normal darkness,
Ah.
but this is a spell that is specifically meant to extinguish any magical flames. Not extinguish, but prevent them from being seen, as well as any other kind of light source. The only way to
Okay.
The only way to pierce magical darkness is with an ability like Lily's called Devil's Sight, which specifically says that it can see through magical darkness.
Or
Ah.
a life spell of 2nd level or higher.
Yeah, and Grayson never came back with your tea.
Grayson did never come back
Oh.
with your tea.
And speaking of which, I was just
true.
looking. Wilhelmina's initiative is 11.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
Let me add her turn on there.
So they missed 1 turn so far.
I'll let her take 2 turns if she wants to then.
Sure. I will walk into. No. I want to see where this goes. I'm gonna keep building stuff.
Sounds good. Nobody's called out on the teeth yet, so it's not like you know this is going on.
Yep, and Grayson offered tea, but maybe it wasn't a genuine offer.
It also might need to brew first.
True.
Yeah, Grayson's taking a long time with that tea.
He must have drank the
So-
whole pot by himself the first time and have to brew more. God. So inconsiderate. Anywho, Gallon, what are you doing?
I'm responding to Grayson like, we're not tying anyone up. Let him go. And this is clearly a different land than what you and me are used to. You're a werewolf, Lily's a vampire, and now Nocturna's a skeleton. Who knows what the fuck goes on in this place?
Lily's a vampire?
Vampire. I am not.
We've learned that, right?
I am
No.
not a vampire.
Gallon, from what you've seen, you have seen enough to suspect that Lily is a vampire. You specifically, just by virtue of what you've seen happen and her.
Lucius
teeth
You
and all that
bite
stuff.
and suck blood as one. What else am I supposed to think?
I'm not a vampire. Vampires are mean.
And
Alright,
yet you still stood up for the one in the church.
We don't
Lakers,
know what he is.
Like I said, talking is a free action, but you can't have a 10-minute conversation in one turn. So
Who is the wolf?
Does Grayson say anything to that last bit?
No, he's still persistent about tying him up because, as far as he knows, he was dead, and now he's a flaming skeleton monster.
okay.
And let's just keep pleading with Galen to drop the magical blindness.
Galen, are you gonna do any actions or movements this turn? You've used up your talking points.
Let me double check my spells. See what I got going on. I don't have second level spells left. Yeah, none that could really work right now.
You also have to concentrate on the darkness, so.
Well, yeah. So that means I just can't cast 2 concentration spells, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Wrong button. Yeah. Fine. It's up to you guys. No, actually harming anyone as he's dropping darkness. And
Lucius sees him. What the fuck?
and attempt to he'll go over here or here and try to oh god, it's Grayson on top. Now that I see they're on the couch on top of each other.
Oh my.
Oh
Lucius
yeah,
can't
this is
get
over.
over. Lucius, wait, not. I know that's Grayson, but Nocturna.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, cool. You can hear me now.
Were you talking? We did not hear you.
No, I was. Can I respond to Lucius?
Yes. Just 'cause
Okay.
it would be funny.
And Grayson got up from him, right?
No.
Nope.
No, he's still holding him. Okay.
Yep.
He's gonna look over at Lucius and be like, "Yes, mate, get this guy off me, or wolf, whatever it is."
Okay, so I got an idea. Could I think I have just like one one first level spell slot, maybe. I have a sorcery point. I'll do that. This is not technically how the spell works, but it depends on if you would allow this. Could I cast shield, but try to make it go in between Grayson and it would only be until it would be for a very short while.
No. That is not how that one works. Shield itself is more of like an almost
My
hardening of the skin, a deflection.
okay.
If he was striking at Nocturna, I would allow it, but he
It's
has
also a
attacked it.
range of self, so I knew it was a big stretch.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I don't have anything. I can try.
Always try to shove him off.
Yeah, I would rather try to pull Nocturna out from under him, but
you
that
want
seems
to-
more difficult.
If you want to prepare
Thunder.
to assist in pulling Nocturna out from under Grayson, that would grant Nocturna advantage on his strength save to get away.
Yeah,
from Grayson
I'll
this
do
turn.
that then. I'll do that.
Okay. And Paige and Wilhelmina are sedately working on a carriage. It's gotten up on its wheels now. Paige has finished fixing the suspension that Dragonborn almost wrecked. Wilhelmina has mended the last of the screws that were corroding. It's starting to look really good. Probably can head in to get something to eat in the next couple of minutes or so. Just doing one last check, probably. Lily, you're up.
Okay, Lily's going to kind of get up, run over and grab Grayson's leg and hold him down and try to grapple him.
Alright, contesting strength checks.
I
Oh,
like to
also she
meet-
hexes him. Can she
I
hex
like-
him too as a bonus action?
You can hex as a bonus action. Are you doing it before or after this attempted grapple?
Before, because I want to hex his strength.
Okay, that means it's just going to be a straight roll for you, Grayson.
Oh,
Oh no.
that's a very.
Doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
Wow! A natural 2 and a natural 1.
You flip your tail and bat Lily away.
Gosh.
That would be your action, and your bonus action. You still have movement if you want to take it.
Lily's just like, I'm trying, but he hit me!
Hey, dog tails can hurt.
You
Okay.
ran into my tail.
This is a cluster.
Sure is.
Just
Noc-
runs.
I feel like
Nocturna,
anyone.
you're up.
Alright. I'm still underneath Grayson, right?
Yeah.
Is it a... Can I take an action? Would it be an action to try to break it, or could I cast a spell first?
It would be an action to attempt to get out from underneath of him. It would be contested strength checks, but you would have advantage because Galen has used the help effect to try to help you get out from under Grayson.
Fair. So I couldn't cast a guiding bolt.
No, that is an action as well. So you'd have to take one action or the other. You would also have disadvantage on casting Guiding Bolt because you are in melee with the creature you are trying to cast it on.
I feel like that might destroy him, though. Can I flip a coin?
Sure, go for it.
My character's neutral, but... One. Heads, I'm doing it. Tails, I'm not. Oh, fuck, it's heads. Let's go, boys.
Oh god.
Alright.
Alright. You can cast
bolt?
Guiding Bolt, but it is at disadvantage because you are in melee with Grayson.
Let's go, boys. I'm gonna cast it at level 2.
Okay.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I don't think a 10 hits Grayson,
No.
but
No,
you
it
do
does not.
see him try to cast a spell at you, a flickering blue light appearing in his hands and shooting off towards you. You manage to jerk your body to the side and it blasts into the ceiling.
So after Nocturna does that, he's gonna call out, "Get off me, you furry flea bag! You think an undead could cast a fucking holy spell?"
I don't think Grayson would know if it was holy or not.
Grayson can do an Arcana check if Grayson wants to. Yeah, that was holy.
Hmm.
It's a shame I didn't kill. No.
Jesus.
Hold on, I'm rolling a die. Okay. I know how I rolled a die to determine how Grayson feels about it. Is it Grayson's turn yet?
Anything else for your turn, Nocturna? You've used your action. If you have any bonus actions you want to take, you can do so. You obviously can't move, though.
I don't. There's not many bonus actions I could think I could take unless.
Yeah, it would say specifically on your bar if it's a bonus action. Alright.
Yeah,
So,
there's nothing.
Grayson, before your turn, there is a pounding of feet and skidding to a halt right about here with sword in her hands raised. It's about 3/4 of the size that she is Irina, and she is looking around wildly to see what is going on. She's like, what is happening is werewolf.
No.
And that's where we're stopping for the evening.
Yep.
This is beyond a cluster.
Yep.
Distant lizard boyfriend speaking the truth.
Grayson just wants to tie him up so they can interrogate him.
I don't think he's gonna be one tie off after this. Anyway, Thank you guys out there, anybody who's been watching tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the fun. Uh, you can catch us again 2 Sundays from now on our bi-weekly Stratty Daddy Sundays, where we do 2 sessions of Curse of Strahd back to back with 2 different groups. This one's supposed to be the serious group. You see how well that fucking went this week, as per the normal. So yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks with this group. You can catch me possibly this Wednesday for Frozen Sick. Kind of depends on how everybody is feeling, but I think we might actually be back into the swing this Wednesday as long as work doesn't completely trash me over. So we will possibly see you this Wednesday, and of course this Friday for sure we are going to be doing our Dragons Also Maybe Dungeons. We might actually play the actual Dragons Also Maybe Dungeons this week instead of the Big Crew Side Crew episodes. So, from those of us here at Curse of Strahd Barovian Nights, good night. And please don't let Galen cast darkness. Fucking hell.
Don't let the werewolf bite.
Night.
Good night.